We've heard that the Seagrove Village Market is the oldest business on Highway 30A, built in 1949.
I spent a lot of time at the Seagrove Village Market and recall that the first telephones in South Walton County were at Grayton Beach and at Seagrove.
All the kids congregated right up here in front of the store, and there were 2 gas pumps, and we took turns on who got to sit on the gas pump, and that was, just hanging out, eating candy, drinking Coca-Cola.
The Seagrove Market, this place is special to me because having moved here in the 70s, mid-70s, I grew up coming here with my family.
This booth is very important to me. I met my husband here in Seagrove Village Market in 2001.
Here was just unique because it was so far out of the way, and it had its own little characteristics about it that made it Seagrove Beach. And the Village Market was a huge part of our growing up.
We were building a house in Seagrove, almost across the street from the market.
And our builder took us to the Seagrove Village Market to eat for the first time.
That was the first shrimp po' boy I'd ever had there. And we were easily back 3 days a week after we found that.
I thought George was crazy when he came home and said, I think we should buy the Seagrove Village Market.
And I told her that night, I'm going to buy that little grocery store. And she said, you don't know a thing about restaurants. And I said, well, I'll learn.
It was a very social place for us. It was the only social place in Seagrove to hang out. There was, there really weren't any other places where you would meet people coming into town.
In the early days, when there wasn't much transportation out here, they kept a cigar box at the Seagrove store, and everybody that had cottages down there, the cinder block and the old wood cottages, would leave a key there at the store for their house. So when family or friends came down to use the cottage, they would just come by there and get a key.
They're up in Birmingham or Nashville or Atlanta or whatever, and they need a plumber to go by their house and fix something. Go by the market, pick up a key. So we had keys to everybody's houses, and we still have some of those keys.
There was a phone booth out here, and I used to know the phone number by heart because I had a boyfriend in Alabama, and I'd come up once a week, and he'd call on that payphone. And I remember walking from the house to the payphone thinking, please don't let anybody be on that phone. Please don't let anybody be on that phone. And, sure enough, it'd ring, and, long distance back then was a big deal. And people didn't have phones. Not everybody down here had a phone. So it was just those little kind of funny, things that the payphone's not there. I remember when they took it out, it was like, oh, there went my payphone.
We have not changed any of the recipes. The po' boy is the same. It's got tartar sauce on one side, coleslaw on the other, and it's Ernie's recipes, and we haven't changed a thing, and that's one of the reasons that it's still just as good as it always was.
It's nice to be able to preserve a history that the Village Market brings, and we all share something unique about that, and having George and Ann here has helped create that.
People love the Seagrove Village Market because it's kind of become a tradition in their family to keep going back there.
Some of the people that have been my customers for 13 years now, and they tell me stories about them coming down as teenagers.
The grown-ups who came to the market as children to get candy, and they walked the beach or whatever to get candy, and now they're grown up and they're bringing their children and their grandchildren.
So there is just a wonderful tradition, and so many people down here have had these second homes for generations.
They often plan their trips around our hours because they have to get down there before 8:30 when we close to get their grouper sandwich.
Such a great thing that they are continuing that tradition, and we intend to continue that tradition for them.
The Seagrove Village Market will eventually move at some point, and we have every intention of taking the food, the culture, the people, the vibe.
If I could pick the building up and go set it down somewhere else, that's what I intend for the customer to see, is exactly the same thing that they see today, just maybe in a different location, but not too far away.
George and Ann usher in a kind of a new beginning, a new generation of people, and they have really created an environment for the growth that's happened here in Seagrove and the Seaside and beyond. And it's truly been a blessing having them as acquaintances, but now truly as friends. And it's nice to be able to preserve a history that the village market brings. And we all share something unique about that. And having George and Ann here has helped create that.